COVID-19 pandemic. Therefore, what I can tell you is that if Makoha could have the guidelines that the school to reopen, people should go back to school in their locality or in the areas that they are living, then even the issues of mask should not have arise. And therefore, if they also want to be very cautious of our children, then the best way is to test the students or nini the nini wanafunzi. They have to go under test to get certificate, and then they go back to school. But the issues of allocating resources to buy either mask or whatever they're trying to do, that is just a looting process that is going on. And how I wish that the world outside there, those people who want to support this government to fight the pandemic, should stop, because they will make them continue doing some things that ruin even our life. These COVID-19 issues have come to cement our poverty. A lot of business has been shut down, and there is no reason whatsoever. After Tunners withdrew, they have started now announcing reduced number of cases, meaning there was even no English. There wasn't even no they have been giving false information about COVID-19 situation in our country. Therefore, what I can say is that donors who want to support this government to buy masks, they should stop. Let them loot their money. Wacha wakule hizi pesa yetu ya ushuru, but let donors not support this government to do anything of COVID-19. Because they will make them to continue protecting on the same issues. They will not even give us a true picture of the situation in the country. That's what I can say.
Okay, well, interesting views right there. We always wait to see what happens and whether we'll have our students going back to school. And another story captured on the front page. Yes?
Before we leave that issue,
yeah,
I want to tell you that you can see how the Makoha is behaving. Makoha is a very incompetent cabinet secretary that we have in the country.
Oh, yeah.
Followed by Mutahi Kagwe. Because Makoha doesn't seem to be having, to have done anything to come and tell us about the opening schools. Whenever he opened his mouth, he just makes some reckless sentiments, just like a pedestrian on the street. Therefore, Uhuru Kenyatta also need to look at his employees. He is giving us the most incompetent people based because they are just old. He doesn't want to question them. They're just waiting to see if the president himself will reopen the country. These are the guys that the president need to sack if there is any avenue of cabinet reshuffle. And that one I have said several times, because he cannot continue maintaining incompetent people in his government. Then he start complaining. He said that he want to work with the elders. Elders cannot steal. But if someone is incompetent like Makoha, he will make him lose on the way. And therefore, after his term ends, we have to catch Uhuru Kenyatta. What have you achieved? You need to reconsider. Young people are always the best when it comes to research or working with the under difficult environment like this we are having with issues of COVID-19. Therefore, the president need to reconsider reshuffling the cabinet and send away the likes of Makoha and Mutahi Kagwe, Macharia, satisfy failure. Yes.
All right. And yes, we can only hope that this lands into the ears of the necessary people so they can look into the same. But yes, that story has also been expounded on page 6 of the People Daily and also on the front page. Education boosters in rush to procure desks And President Uhuru Kenyatta assesses a school desk after he launched the 1.9 billion school furniture project in Umoja, Nairobi County. This was done yesterday. And yes, a story that has been expounded on page 6, like I said. But that aside, to some of the biggest stories, also Senate strikes deal, counties in shutdown. And yes, you can see that one we've touched on, and we won't delve deep into the same. But to this story here, divisions emerge in ODM over 2022 politics. A story captured on page 2 of the People Daily. From spats on social media to fights in the corridors of justice, all note well in the opposition party, and mamas are getting louder and louder. What do you make of that?
ODM has been a very influential political party, but what I can tell you is that Kenyans are tired with the political parties that have been misleading them. ODM did handshake with the Jubilee, let's say the two, Uhuru Kenyatta and the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. What they have achieved, they have nothing to tell us. Maybe what we can associate with Uhuru Kenyatta is what he did in the first 5 years. Right now, they are campaigning with the BBI as if the BBI is going to revive the economy. I think Baba need to reconsider supporting any other individual in the country, because even if he decides to contest, he will lose. Therefore, my advice to ODM guys, the likes of Edwin Sifuna, who are applied for no good reason, they need to reconsider supporting any other presidential candidate if they cannot support William Ruto, because they have made William Ruto as an enemy of progress. And they need to reconsider also working with others. And working with the others doesn't mean that we must support Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga need to give advice. He's an old person. We believe he has wisdom, but in terms of delivering for this country, he can't deliver for this country, because this country needs a lot of energy, people who is energetic, people who can think, people can bring more investors in the country to revive the economy, because we have had issues of pandemic, which the government has used to pin down Kenyans' economy.
All right.
That is what I can say. Yes.
We dropped that one, and we picked this last one that has been captured on page 9. NLC to reclaim land from, among others, a former president railway club, and St. Mark's Church and Kenya Police, high and mighty to pave way for expressway. 3 options that the contractor of the Nairobi Expressway is toying with that will lead to demolitions at the Nairobi Railways Club. And I think you've seen what has been happening at the Luna Park, and the reactions for most of the people who've been doing business down there for years, about 10 years or so, as they cry foul, and they also call upon the government to ensure that they are compensated in the event that they're going to be executed out of that place. So what do you make of this, and this barabara that is going to come a long way in changing so much in the country and so much in the city, so to speak?
That is development, but now the government need to create a marketplace for the people. You don't just need to chase away people who have been receiving their earnings on a certain place, then you, in the name of opening up for the railway. I think the government need to create a market center for the people before demolition can be executed. That is what I can say, but we support that. We need to decongest our roads. That means that railway program is good for the country or for Nairobians. That's what I can say.
All right. Okay, and there's so much also captured in the newspapers, but time would not allow us to go through the same. So on that very note, we're going to leave it at that as we cross over to a different segment altogether. We said it's an easy Friday, and we'll discuss matters of film later on after this short break. Wafula Kalistas, thank you so much for the great insights as we cross over for a short break.
Thanks.